Well, it's either good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. Steve Levy, publisher of USC24x7.com. We cover just about everything USC football. And to say that we are excited about going to the Big Ten is an understatement. I think every fan that has been following the Trojans will miss the Pac 10, Pac 8, Pac 6, Pac 12 to a great degree. I mean, it's been a conference that, we pretty much started out everything in. It's been called many things over many years, but the last probably 15 years, it's really been going downhill. The Conference of Champions, take a quote from infamous Bill Walton of UCLA, and hasn't really been playing like the Conference of Championship in football. A few sparks here and there. Great run by Pete Carroll, but here we are. We follow the football team. We talk a little bit about basketball. We get into some of the other sports around the school, but primarily it's all about football. And excited to say we're now joining the Big Ten, and it's going to be a hell of a ride. It's going to be the challenge of decades for the Trojans, in my opinion. It's all about playing in the trenches. It's all about maintaining the offense at a level that we've come to expect now. Having a coach who is a phenomenal, phenomenal offensive mind and a leader of quarterbacks, developer of quarterbacks. Can he build a staff? Can he take this program to the next level? We're going to find out soon. We had an amazing bowl game. Everybody's saying, "Well, you played Louisville. They had all these players who opted out, who didn't play. So did we. I think we were missing a quarterback, but we found a quarterback, didn't we? We found a great quarterback. I've been following Miller Moss since the first days that he joined the program. I think he has 3 degrees now. He's just an amazing individual. He doesn't need football. He loves football. But more importantly, he loves the University of Southern California. These are the people we want. These are the people that attract the right people to a program that's trying to get back on its feet. We had a good year last year in the sense of finding out what we don't have. It was a terrible win-loss season, but we ended up cleaning up. We ended up losing some players who, quite frankly, need to move on and need to find their place. Will probably do well, as a lot of people who leave USC do well. And I don't think anybody could argue that people leave Georgia, Alabama, and have great careers. Sometimes it's the fit, but more importantly, it's the culture. Culture was gone at USC. It's going to take coaches, administrative leadership, and players, the right players, to bring back the culture, to put this program back in what I would call competition for the right to be in the top 20 in the nation. Statistically, this team should have never lost a game. One exception, the defense was dead last in the country. It didn't matter what level you want to look at it. They were the worst defense that I've ever seen at USC, and certainly for 2023 earned the privilege of being the worst defense in the entire NCAA. We may have been above one school, but as far as I'm concerned, we were dead last. And we earned it. We didn't tackle. We didn't practice the way I think teams to compete at the next level need to be practicing. So let's hope that what we're hearing is what we'll be seeing. And that Holiday Bowl in 2023 was a great way to build up the confidence in the locker room and getting us towards a nice recruiting season end and a launch into spring camp 2024. Okay, enough of that. We all know the defense has to improve by 30% statistically. Doesn't sound that hard to me. We don't have to have a top 10 defense. We need a top 50 defense, top 60 defense, somewhere in there. And with the offense that we all saw at the Holiday Bowl and saw throughout Caleb Williams' run is still there. The talent is going to be just as good next year as it was in the previous 2 years. So the bench is starting to come around. but the bench on the defensive side and special teams has to also come around. So let's see where it goes. I want to spend some time on a game that we started in 2015. It's called Game Day. You can actually see it up here. We are the home of Game Day, the game, and it's basically I'll take you to the website now, but it's a game that we actually coded into our website. It's hard coded. People ask me, well, what is your website? It's Wix. Wix is the platform that we run on. You're seeing a picture of our homepage now. It's very easy to get around. This yellow button you'll never see because I'm the owner and admin of the site, so I have an extra button. You all will see the buttons over here. And if you chose to put your icon, it'll be in the upper right corner, which gets you into all sorts of fun stuff. We got a little battle going on here. Looks like I've got something going on here with the StreamYard software. So when you click on that icon in the upper right corner, it'll bring you to a menu that'll basically allow you to log in, which you must do to play Game Day, and also to be able to look at your past performances and look at your games that you've already predicted. Game Day is all about predicting the scores. Lowest score wins, just like golf. A perfect score in Game Day is 0. So let's take a look at the menu system. Let's go over here. So the menu system pops up and you'll see the headers. We have a home button. We have Game Day, which also has a branch, 2 branches. There's instructions for the game. Get to the actual Game Day page. We have a media play page. We have podcasts. We have partner pods. This is folks that I follow that I like to share their pods. I think they're great. I think they do a fantastic job. Videos. These are videos that either I record or I find on the internet interesting and I bring them here. And then photos. These are photos that either I've taken or I've found photos on the internet that look interesting and I try to post them here. We launched something called Forum. Hasn't been, probably on my part, it hasn't been marketed. But I think next year we're going to start trying to make it a bigger part of the Game Day experience, the blog experience, if you will. This is a blog that's free. We don't charge anyone to be a part of the blog, but we do ask that you register. And getting back to that, I can see what I was doing wrong now. So if you go into the site and you see your icon, you see my little avatar there, and you click on it, it can take you to your guesses. It can take you to your account. And it shows all your information, your screen name. You can change this to whatever you want as often as you want. I prefer you guys not change it during a season because people will lose track of who's who in the yard. And then you can put your phone number in there if you want, your email on how to get a hold of us or how we get a hold of you, and et cetera, et cetera. You can look at your past comments. More importantly, you can go to one place on here and see your past guesses. And you can see my miserable 2023 predictions. Pretty embarrassing. I think I ended up in 10th place, though, overall. And you can look at seasons in the past. We rebuilt the system in 2021. So 6 years worth of game records were pretty much gone. They weren't compatible with the new code that we wrote. So unfortunately, some of the champions from before are not here, which gets me to another idea we have for going into the Big Ten first inaugural season is having a champions page. So let's go back here. This is our homepage. You saw this. Scrolling down, you've got latest posts. You can view all posts if you want to go back. I think there's 300 plus posts in here. Our gallery. These are just some cool shots, pictures that I've collected over the years, and I just like them. So if you want to get a hold of me, you just put your first, last name, email, phone number is up to you, and any message you want me to cover, any topic you want me to cover. Clicking on these basically will just get you into those individual posts. This will be changing. A lot of the graphics will be changing this year as we go into the Big Ten. You'll start seeing the Big Ten logo in certain areas. Let's go to Game Day. So instructions, as I said, submenu, going into game day, though, here will take us to what we call the game day predictions page. Again, we don't charge anyone to play this game. However, we do have a sponsor. And from time to time, you will see those annoying pop up ads. And if you like something, buy something or go take a look at something. That's where he makes his money. He's advertising through those ad blogs. Apparently, you guys did really well last season, so he's really happy. And he doubled the pool from $250 to $500 last year. We just paid all that out. So hopefully, our winners. We're going to show you who they were. Let's take a look at 2021. You can see we paid $100. Rob Cuddy was our winner. Karen Nishida, who's always a gamer, always up there near the top. Gail Harmon, thank you for your service, Gail, was our third place winner. And I think we had 34 players that year. Notice it sorts by number of games played, because that's how this game thinks. It is not going to allow somebody who plays one game and has a phenomenal one game and tries to sit at the top. Every week it ranks by games first and then lowest average score or lowest total points. One and the same. So if you're wondering about that, you can't game the system. Can't game the game. 2022, the arrival of Ken Ventura. He is soon becoming champ of champs, as you will see in 2023. He came into, where was he? Was he in 2021? Let's go back. Was Ken playing in here? I'm looking. I don't see Ken. So Ken joined us in 2022, it looks like. Yep. So his first season with us was 2022. And Ken, I apologize if you were prior to that and those records are gone. Then send me a note and I'll do a video and correct that later. So here was 2022. And then, of course, notice the sponsor went up to 150, 75, stayed at 25 down here. And then 2023, he set a target of 100 players. We have 160 members, so registered members, but only 39 players actually signed up, as you can see down here, 39. Not everybody played all 25 games, as you can see. And I get it, when somebody starts to see their records are dropping, go in the wrong direction. Although these two players here, they just messed up. They didn't go with their 25th pick. And this is exactly what I fear, is that somebody just doesn't place all their predictions right away. Whether you're in the first week of the season or not, put all games in. Just do it so that you have maximum score potential and you get ranked in the whatever top is. These two players forgot the last game. Actually, several players who had been playing all season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players did not enter a score. And if you look at 18.5, it probably would have been tough to get in there, but they would have finished fourth instead of down here at 17. Just an example, and that's assuming they would have done well in the game. So that's our 2023 winners. It went to 250, 150, and 100. If we can get to 100 players actually in this picture, if you will, playing, we'll be in great shape. So that's that. There's a sub menu down here that basically takes you into back to game day's homepage, if you will. I just showed you season standings. If there was a live game or games, we can do multiple games on a given day. You click on this and it will actually bring up, if there was a game right now, it would show up down here. And you would just click on it and see the live standings if the game had started. Over here, if you're one of those stats junkies, you can pick your season and go look at all of the games that were played. These are my predictions, as you can see. Didn't do too bad on the last game. I messed up a lot throughout here. Look at that. Needless to say. So everything is literally on this page if you're playing in the game. We have 160 members registered who can play for free and compete for these game prizes. Okay, so that's that. Real soon, when you go back to game day, We're about to post the 2024 games. They'll appear down here, and you'll see an area over here with a pencil, and that's where you put in your scores. Put all games in. Now, we had 25 games this year. We'll probably have 13, 14 games this year. I think I'm just going to do one game a week, although there might be a couple weeks where, like, Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, Penn State. Those three games are kind of key and pivotal in the Big Ten. So I think I may put those in here just to have some fun with this. The logo is starting to show up. And let's see, what else can we do in here? Take you to our partner page. If you click on media, this is where everything kind of happens. All of our videos, our partner pods. And we have 2 partners now that, again, as I said earlier, these are partners that I enjoy listening to. I follow them and certainly try to learn from them, quite frankly. So this is JD Patel, and Mark Hulkin of Locked On USC. Does a great job. They both do a great job. So really happy to see them doing well. And I'll just take a quick shot over here to the forum. What we're looking at right now is our general discussions forum. I mean, really light, right? These got turned on. This will be a place for anything used to do with UCLA. Could be the game week, could be all year long. God knows. Former Trojans. Anyone knowing of a Trojan that wants to run a forum, will make them the head of that forum. All topics Big Ten. We're learning, so we want to get to know them better. And of course, arch enemy Notre Dame. So right now, these are my forums that I've got set up. If you got an idea to run a forum or a topic for a forum, just send me an email at steve@usc24x7.com. Go to the bottom of the page, on the homepage, and you can send me a direct message. So thinking about doing some more marketing around these next year. Real important that we get game day cooking. Up here, you can see all your posts that you did specifically. All posts would be in here. And you can see it's really light. It was really 2021, 22. We started playing around with it. But give it some thought. We think this has some potential. And if not, we can make it disappear. And the blog is the blog. And this just takes you just like the homepage, but it also has some sorts that if you wanted to look at specific topics, you can see all these different highlighted areas that you can go into. So I think that's about it. And I'm starting to lose my voice. So this is a pretty long-winded podcast. So let's get this locked up and rock and roll to the next one. I'll start thinking about what we'll do next. Enjoy the site. We have a lot of fun with it. Strictly therapeutic. Don't make any money with it. I'm not going to try to make any money with it because I couldn't make money with this thing. I know better. I know this thing it would take a full-time capability for me to be able to run this thing the way it would be a business. So I do it for fun. I travel internationally, so sometimes I could be doing this from Korea, Australia, China, the East Coast, West Coast, hopefully more time in Hawaii, which I plan on being there in May. So send me your messages, send me your thoughts. If you want to be a forum leader and manage a forum, just let me know, and we'll set you up, give you a tour of how the site works. Take care, and here's to a great end to the recruiting season. Here's to a great start to 2024. Spring camp's right around the corner. Everybody just take a deep breath. This team looks pretty good, but I'm so tired of being hyped in spring that I've got my lenses definitely focused on what I see, not what I hear. So enjoy the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Fight on, Trojans, and let's take on the Big Ten. Let's go get them.